In my quest to try out different chairs, I am on a kitchen chair today. It does have a cushion on it though, which is helpful. All right, welcome everybody. Find your feet. You can even paddle your feet on the floor. Get that sensation of the floor underneath your 10 gumdrops, the 10 gumdrop toes, and your heels, the circles of your heels. Take your socks off if you're comfortable with that. And then position your ankles just directly under your knees. So this is good for me to be on a chair that's this high because I can feel what it feels like. Also, my shins look enormous because they're white. That's kind of cool. All right. So yeah, it's really good for me to feel what it feels like, not to have my legs going straight out, but to have them going angling down a little bit. Because I think a lot of people do chair yoga in a kitchen chair, which just tends to be a little bit higher. Wiggle your toes and spread them on the floor. Wiggle your shoulders, spread them apart. We talked yesterday about neutral posture. Find your neutral posture now. You can keep your eyes open. You can keep a little smile on your face. And just use all your senses to find neutral posture. Feet are on the floor, fingers are on your legs, thumb is in the chair. Inhale, exhale gently. And then gently flutter your eyes closed. So your eyes can be like a butterfly, just flutter down. And once they get down there, you'll have this darkness, and that's your kind of last tool. We brought all our other tools into bear here. Lengthen your breath. Check in. Not only are your toes spread, but also check in and make sure your fingers are spread. They don't need to be spread out like claws, but they need to be spread out enough that you feel the flesh underneath them. Swallow to release your throat. And begin to breathe in and out through your nose. And just start feeling what that feels like. Feel the freshness of the air coming in. Maybe you're outside today. Maybe you have an open door. Maybe you have a window. Maybe you have a diffuser. Any of those things can make air that smells good. And just deeply inhale, exhale. And just kind of bounce around in the process of your breath. And by bounce, I mean in your head. Just kind of bounce around, play in there in the process of your breath. Your breath is ongoing. In, hold, out, hold. You may not notice the hold, but there is a turning. So there are 4 parts to the breath. In, hold, out, hold. And just notice as you begin to turn your awareness to your breath, notice what happens to the parts of your body. Do they curl up a little? Do fingers curl? Do toes curl? And just see if you can play that game of bouncing around, being with your breath, but also being with your body. It's practice. Sometimes it's hard to be with more than one thing at a time. That's also practice being human though, because we are often asked to be part of more than one thing at one time. And what happens with yoga, yoga means union. And so the ultimate goal of yoga is to bring those things into the now, into one thing, and that thing is the now. So try and bring it all together into one thing. And eventually it just becomes second nature. You are one with your breathing, you're one with your nice neutral posture. You're one with the outside of the world, so the air on you, the clothes on you, your feet on the floor, and you're one with the inside of you, the sensation of your organs working, the sensation of the breath inside of you. And that is not to say that I am one with all those things. I still have to, despite years of practice, I still have to practice. I do have moments, though, that are better than others. Okay, let's consciously now take our awareness into our breath a little more, in and out through our nose. I like to practice box breath today, and then maybe one more breath afterwards. If you have practiced box breath before and you know the length of your breath and your holds, you can start now. And remember, you can also make the shape of a box in front of you with your finger, or make a little box. This is my favorite. Just trace a little box on your leg. I'm going to start with the count of 4. Inhale for 4 through your nose. Hold for 4. Draw the top of the box. Exhale 4. Draw the side of your box. And hold for 4. Draw the bottom of your box. Your breath and your box might not be the same as mine. Inhale 4, side of the box. And that's why I'm here, and that's why you're there, to practice this and see what works for you. Make it your own. Bring it into you. Remember, we talked about union. This is bringing it into you. Exhale, side of the box. Hold, bottom of the box. Box breath, keep going. Box breath is super basic yogic breath. Very simple to start. It's very simple to do, especially since we can draw a box, whether that's in our mind or kinesthetically with our hand. But I'll tell you what box breath is hard with to do is to bring box breath into practice, into yoga practice, or even life practice. So keep going. Inhale 4, or 5, or 6, as you like. Hold, same number. Exhale, same number. Hold, same number. Just getting familiar with that structure of the breath, which is there all the time, no matter whether you notice it or not. You may not hold. We're forcing the hold now. The 2 holds, the top and the bottom. But that structure is always there. There are always 4 parts to your breath, unless you do like a sniff, like a 3-part sniff or something that changes the inhale. But when you're just breathing in and out, there are always 4 parts to your breath. Just notice, maybe if you're drawing your square, you can let your hand come to rest on your lap now and continue with box breath, just counting in your mind. And a little tip for if you're counting in your mind is sometimes to say inhale 2, 3, 4, hold 2, 3, 4. So the action word is like the 1. And now can you make it a bit longer? Add another breath on there. Notice if that makes a difference. Notice if you get dizzy or short of breath. Notice also your facial expression. Does your face tighten up? Your eyebrows come towards each other? Your lips tighten up? What happens in your face? See if you can soften. And now let's go back to normal in and out through our nose, but we're going to lengthen the exhale. So using that same count that you just did, inhale for whatever count that was. Let's say 5 for me. And then here's the tricky part. Exhale, double that. You really have to let the air trickle out of your nostrils. Trickle, trickle, trickle. Find control all the way down to the bottom. And then inhale, same count. Original count, 5. And then exhale, a double count. The box breath is very stabilizing. An extended exhale brings us into parasympathetic tone. Three more rounds. And as a bonus here, if you want to finish off with the last 2 rounds, you can do box breath again, but with your exhale is twice the length. So that would mean inhale 5 for me, hold 5, exhale 10, hold 5. So it makes more of a polygon. I'm going to do one more. Inhale 5, short side, hold 5, exhale 10, so it's like geometry. You make a long line, it's like a polygon, and then hold short side 5. Return your hands to your legs if you've been using your fingers to create that geometry. You could call it breath geometry in a way. Take a couple of inhale, exhales through your nose very softly. See if you notice any difference in your heart rate or your thought rate or your body. Some days when I do breath work, I feel immediate difference right down to my fingertips. I feel tingling. That's often when we do nitric oxide work. I don't feel that today. It's often different depending on what you do. And then without opening your eyes, so see if you can just listen to me. Slide your hands to your knees. Spread your fingers quite wide. And then pull, using your fingers, using your arm muscles, you pull your belly button towards your knees. Take a full cow pose here. Explore the full range of motion of your cow pose. Don't hurt yourself. So don't go so far that you're straining, but find the edge of your movement. For right now, it'll get deeper in a second. And now find your full cat pose. Pull your belly button towards the back of your chair. Full cat pose. Can you find the sensation of tugging on your fingertips, on your knees? So you're pulling back so far with your belly button that you're tugging on your knees. And let's speed it up now. Cow, cat. And then bring your breath in. Traditionally, inhale, forward cow. Exhale, back cow. Inhale, forward cow. You can begin to open your eyes now. Notice the room around you. Notice your device, me, the other people that are with you in the class. And your breath goes in, cow, out, cat. And if you're on the floor, which maybe you are, Kara, you know what you're doing. This is cat, cow on hands and knees. And just notice if you haven't done this practice for a while, if your body feels different, if your body feels like it's missing it. Last 2. And now build your neutral again. So slide your fingers back to the middle of your upper legs, build your neutral spine, slide your shoulders back, position your heavy head just on top of your vertebrae. Make sure that your jaw is parallel to the floor. Take a breath in neutral. Check in with your toes, check in with your fingers, whole body, everything. is connected. We tend to give short shrift to the places that are furthest from our heart and our brain, and those are our fingertips and our toe tips, especially our toe tips. So this practice, part of this practice is connecting with your toe tips. And on that note, maybe we'll do a little bit of foot stuff today. Before we do, let's come into Sufi Grind. You can keep your hands on your upper legs if you like and just grind around a few times. We did a lot of Sufi Grind yesterday, so go back and forth between the directions, a couple of rounds in each direction, just warming up, getting all that popping and cracking out of the way. I get popping and cracking in my sternum, my chest bone, my spine, all the way up to my neck. Just gentle popping and cracking, and it usually dissipates a little bit as I go around. And that's just the warming up of your joints and fascia. And then come back to center. Take a deep inhale and a deep exhale. You can exhale through your mouth or through your nose as you like. Position your feet on the floor. Deep inhale. Deep exhale. Let's move into our 4 sun salutes. You guys are getting so good at your sun salutes. Remember, you move to the front of your chair for sun salutes. Extend your legs if you like, or keep them bent for a little less vigor. Inhale, overhead. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, long spine. Use your shoulder blades, use your shoulders. Exhale, forward fold. Smoothly, you can run your hands right up your legs like a burlesque dancer. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, curl, forehead to knee. Push your forehead into your knee if that's easy for you. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, back to your neutral reset, and then back to your cow pose. Does it feel different from the first time we did it? It's not the prettiest pose, but it's a very, very effective pose. Exhale, cat pose. Inhale, here we go, pretty. Legs, left knee up. Interlace your fingers nice and strong. Pull your shin into your chest and then round. And then inhale, belly button comes forward, spine is long, use your arm muscles. And then forward fold. Dive forward. Inhale, long spine, use your hands. This is more pretty. Exhale, fold, more graceful. Inhale up. Exhale, neutral. Here we go, other side, straight in. Inhale, overhead. Big inhale, lift your shoulders when you inhale. Exhale, fold. Left knee this time. Inhale, up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, neutral pose. Hands on knees. Inhale, belly button forward. Shoulders back here a little bit. Spread your collarbones. Exhale. Squish your collarbones together. Inhale, right knee up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, long spine. Dive everyone forward. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, up. Exhale, neutral. That's one way to go through it. Let's do it with the lunges now. Inhale, overhead. A little faster. Exhale, fold. If you want to keep going slow, go at your own pace. Exhale, fold. Right knee up or turn, lunge. Exhale, down. I just popped off my chair because it's so high, I don't get a nice lunge. Inhale, long. Exhale, here's my favorite part. Keep your knees spread, anchor your toes to the ground, hands on knees. Inner thigh, here we go. Bring the belly button forward, inner thigh work. Exhale back. Inner thigh work again. Push your feet into the floor. Inhale either left knee up or turn left. Big inhale, big exhale, down you go. Big inhale. We're going to a forward fold. Flop your bum back on the chair. Extend your legs or bend them and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Big bright inhale there. Exhale, long, slow, relaxing exhale. Inhale up. Exhale, neutral. That's the first side. Second side, left side. Inhale overhead. Exhale, down we go. Inhale, really breathe. Bright inhale, long spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, either left knee up or turn. Extend your back leg long. Exhale, drop down. See my back heels even moving further away from my head. Inhale, long spine. You can sweep your arms up. Exhale, plop your bum in the chair, but keep your left leg where it is. Neutral spine. Here we go. This is the inner thigh stuff. Really good. Inhale, open your chest. Looks like goddess pose. Exhale. I always get a cramp in my inner legs when I do this. Inhale, either right knee up or turn right. Find that lunge. Exhale down. Big inhale. Everybody, forward fold. Plop your bum in the chair. Extend your legs. Slide forward. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, up. Exhale, neutral. All right, third round. This is when we break free from our chair. I'm gonna put the chair in front of me there. Stand close to your chair. You don't have to, you can stay seated, whichever you like. Inhale, overhead. Sorry, my head's cut off. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Use your belly. Exhale, fold. If you want a full fold, you just move away from the chair. In the chair, right knee comes up. If you're standing, right foot goes back. Find your lunge. Use your chair. Exhale, push into it. Push into your back, ankle. Since I've been doing this variation, I really noticed back ankle progress. Inhale, or ankle progress. Exhale. Okay, downward facing dog using the chair. Step your foot back and downward facing dog. Hands are on the chair. Push your tender skin of your armpits towards the floor. Here's the part that's tricky. Don't let your chair slide. If you need to, just lift your chest. If you can, ripple forward. Stretch your belly. Exhale back. Downward facing dog. I really like this sun salute. It's my favorite, actually. All right, if you're standing, right foot comes forward. If you're in the chair, left foot comes up. You guys know that already. I probably don't even need to say this. Deep inhale. Deep exhale. Push into your back ankle. You can also do a variation, and on the inhale, lift. Exhale, step forward. Forward fold. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, up you go. Exhale, neutral pose. Inhale, other side. Bright inhale, bright exhale. Inhale, long spine, half lift. Inhale into your chest, belly, use your belly. Exhale, fold. Inhale, left foot goes up to the chest or steps back. You can just adjust it. That's an inhale. On the exhale, drop deep into your ankle. If you like, inhale, come up onto a Barbie foot, gives you a little footwork. Exhale, step back. This is the tricky part. Make sure your chair is well anchored if you're going to do this. Exhale, downward facing dog in the chair. Neutral pose if you're seated. Inhale, ripple forward. This is what I love about this. I love this supported upward dog. Really lengthening for the belly. Don't try this unless you are really sure your chair's not going to move. Exhale back. If you're seated, right knee comes up. If you're standing or doing what I'm doing, left foot comes forward. Deep inhale. You can come up on that back foot and then exhale, push the back foot down. Deep inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, long spine. Use your belly, extend your ribs, exhale, fold. Inhale, up we go. Exhale, neutral pose. 100% free of our chair. Here we go. Inhale, overhead. Remember, you can do any of the 4 or 3 we just did. Exhale, fold. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, in the chair, right knee up on the floor, right foot back, lunge. Exhale, drop down. If you're wearing tight pants like I am, feel that tightness, really stretch. I always feel like it's a victory if I rip my pants. Inhale, long spine. If I can't do yoga in them, I don't really want to wear them. Exhale, downward facing dog. Neutral pose. Inhale, forward, cow pose. Strong fingers to protect your shoulders. Exhale, back, down dog. Bending your knees in down dog if your ankles are far from the ground. And then right foot comes forward. If you're seated, left knee comes up. And again, down deep into your lunge. This is my favorite part. You don't get this in everyday life anymore. We used to get it. Exhale down into it. We used to get it by running and jumping and climbing trees. Inhale, long, long inhale. Exhale, step your feet together or find your forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, up we go. Exhale, neutral. Notice how far your shoulders move down as you settle into neutral. Last half, inhale, overhead. Exhale, dive. A long spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, left foot up into your chest if you're seated. Step it back if you're standing. Exhale, drop down. Down we go. Big inhale. Exhale. Here goes our relaxation or neutral pose. Down dog is not relaxing, but it is quite neutral. Inhale, ripple forward, strength building in the fingers, strength building in your shoulders. Exhale, back we go, downward facing dog or cat pose. Left foot forward if you're standing, right foot up if you're in the chair. And exhale down. I used to have to do that in 2 parts. And now that I've been practicing this for like a month, I can bring my left foot up in 1 jump. Inhale, up. And everybody forward fold. Inhale, long spine. Really have a lot of plants around me today. Exhale, fold. And inhale up. Exhale, neutral. Take a few neutral breaths. Find your chair. Take your time finding your neutral pose. Hands on legs. Close your eyes. Soften everything. Even your hair. Soften your hair. Soften your feet and fingers. Okay, let's do some foot and toe work. Push up. There should be a little bit further back so you can see my feet. Push up into your toes. So you're on Barbie feet and then down again. Inhale, as if you're pushing your insteps, the tops of your feet forward. Heels come up really far, as high as you can. Push your insteps forward towards the camera and then let them fall down to the floor. One more time. Inhale, your heels away from the floor and then exhale them forward. Push into the floor with your toes. And if you're standing, you can still be coming up onto tiptoes here. It's a tricky business. Come up. It's a balancing pose. All the way up onto Barbie feet. And then slowly back down. So there's a lot of work in the abs here. Two more. It's really good exercise. Inhale up. If you're standing, find a place on the ground, just like in tree pose. Stare at a spot on the floor in front of you, about 3 feet in front of you. Bring your attention to your ankles and your belly, and then come down. You're going to get wiggles in those ankles, especially if you have weak ankles like me. Last one, inhale up. My ankles have always been my weak spot, and I work them a lot. Inhale up. They're a lot better than they used to be. Exhale down. Okay, chair pose with Barbie foot. So if you want to do this in the chair, you just hold on firmly to your chair, come up, and then just slide your bum off a little bit. Hold with your arms. You don't even have to bring your bum up all the way. It's exactly what we did, but just did. But the bum comes forward a little bit, so there's a little more pressure. If you want to do it standing, hands come parallel to the floor. Come up to your Barbie feet. You can always hold onto your chair for this if you want to do it with a little bit of support. So come up, Barbie feet, and then down, chair pose. You can come down all the way if that's available to you. Now here's the tricky part. Come back up again. You could stay up or take a rest and down again. So in the chair, it's exactly the same. In the chair, you're almost doing a tricep push-up. In the chair, you come off and you can dip your bum a little bit, just a tiny bit, and then come back up. If that's too much, just push forward with your heels and then relax. Come up, shift forward, shift almost off the sofa. Take some weight in your hands. You can even push your bum up a little bit just to make it a little trickier for your feet, a little more strength building in your feet. One more, no matter where you are. Inhale up. You're going to have tired feet tomorrow. Inhale up. Come off the sofa a little bit or come up, push into your arms, into your hands, push into your insteps. And then exhale, release, come back onto your chair. Bring one foot up. Sit down if you're standing. Interlace your fingers through your toes. And take a few slow, good, thorough ankle circles, both directions. This is probably the most important part of this. Find your way into your full range of motion. That's where the progress is made. That's the little edges of your range of motion, just edging into where your joint doesn't usually want to go. Other side. Use your full range of motion with your fingers. I have my other hand on my ankle. Close your eyes so you can sense that range of motion. Sometimes you can go a little further than you think, but go very slowly. You want to feel those little edges of the bones moving into new spots on the cartilage. That's what you want to feel in anatomic terms. Go both directions. Just tiny bit of progress is all you need. You might hear some popping and cracking and I feel and hear a lot more on the left side than I do on the right side. I always have. I work much harder on the left side than I do on the right. There's something about my body symmetry. Okay, extend your legs in front of you and flutter kick. If you flutter kick, this is an interesting thing. You can put your hands under your legs to help you flutter kick a little bit, but if you flutter kick, if you can get your feet off the floor enough to flutter kick, and you watch your feet will move different amounts. So my right foot, when I flutter kick, moves a lot, and my left foot moves less, just because there's less mobility there. And we want the same. But that just takes work. Flex, point, flex, point. You can do this on the floor as well. Flex, point, flex, point. One more time. Flex, point. Place your feet under your knees. Come to standing if you like. We're going to do short foot. If you remember short foot, I'm just going to teach it quickly. Grab the floor with all your 5 toes. Let's do the right foot first, and then pull the floor towards your heel. So what happens is the instep comes up. The whole foot grabs like this, and then pulls the floor together and up. Imagine if you have a towel. It's a really great way to do it with a towel underneath you. Spread your toes on the towel. That's on the inhale. On the exhale, squeeze the towel and pull it into the middle and up from the floor. One more time. Big inhale. And you'll also feel this tomorrow if you're not used to it. Exhale, squeeze it all up and pull your instep up off the floor, and then release it onto the floor. Give it a wiggle. Other foot, short foot on the other side. Spread your toes. Pull the front toes towards the back, push them into the floor and pull. I immediately get cramps in my left foot. Inhale, spread your toes and then pull. Push them into the floor and pull them back towards your heel. Remember when we did this on the ball and we were rolling the ball back towards our heel? Let's do it 2 more times. Big inhale, spread your toes as much as you can. Pull the floor as if you're trying to wrinkle the floor or the carpet or whatever's underneath you. Pull your instep towards the ceiling or towards your face. Last time, big, huge toes, pull. This is one of the only ways to actually exercise all those little muscles in and around those long bones of your foot. Those bones were made to move, and we just don't do them. We don't do that anymore. We put our feet in shoes, wiggle your feet out, turn your toes underneath and press on the tops to stretch the tops of your feet. And then find your way to seated. Take a big breath. Just discover. Just let your awareness ripple through your body. Notice your feet, notice your fingertips. Okay, let's move into warrior 2. That's a good foot pose. So take your right leg, open it wide, face your toes and your knee as far to the right as you can. So open your leg out to the right. My bum's still on the chair. And my left leg is going to go out long. So this is an exercise, and this is warrior 2, and sometimes we just do warrior 2, and that's awesome. This is warrior 2. Look over your front fingers, be the strong warrior. Excellent. But we're going to do this for our feet now. Inhale your toes off the ground. Exhale them back down. You don't need to do short foot because that's hard work, although you can here. But right now I just want you to inhale your toes up and exhale them all down, especially that back foot. The pinky toes of my back foot are reaching towards the ground. One more. Inhale up. Exhale down. Turn to center. Keep your knees where they are. Remember this from the sun salute. Keep your knees exactly where they are. Place your hands on your knees, fingers, soft tissue. Connect. Inhale. Bring your belly button forward. Exhale, bring your belly button back. We're going to check in with the feet. Inhale, forward. Belly button forward. Lift your toes off the floor. This is tricky. There's a lot going on. Exhale, push your toes into the floor. Round your spine. Inhale, toes off the floor. Bring your chest forward. Exhale, push your toes into the floor. If you have carpet for this, it's even better because you can really feel that squishy gooiness of the carpet underneath your toes. Inhale your toes up. Exhale them right down into your carpet. Push, push all 10 of your piggies down. One more. Can you feel your inner thighs when you do that? Inhale, belly button forward. Exhale, push your 10 toes down. All the gumdrops, push them into the floor. Okay, we're not going to take a rest now. I want to stay in tension. So let's go to warrior two on the other side. Keep your left knee exactly where it is. Toe heel your right foot out. And you'll be in warrior two on the other side. Take a few breaths to kind of make sure everything's lined up. Left toes are moving in the same direction as your left knee. Look at your back foot. Inhale your hands up parallel to the floor. And now inhale your feet up. And this time you can lift your hands because you're used to all these things at the same time. Lift your toes up and then exhale, push them into the floor. Bring your hands down to parallel. Two more. Inhale your toes up. Exhale, push them down. Push them into the carpet. Here we go. In one more time. Exhale, push them down. Open up your right leg this time. Keep your left leg exactly the way it is. Open up your right leg. We're not doing this fast because this is tricky work. Sitting on the edge of your chair. Adjust everything. Knees are going over toes. Bring your hands to your knees. Feel the flesh of your knees. All that reliable soft tissue around your knees. Inhale forward, lift your toes. Open your throat, pull your belly button forward, and then exhale. Push your toes into the floor. Pull your belly button back. Close down your throat. Inhale, two more times. Inhale forward, belly button forward, lift your toes. Exhale back. Last one. Inhale. Those forgotten inner thighs, building strength. Exhale, curl back. Take your hands and gently pull your legs together. You can toe heel your feet, pull together. We often have to use our hands because our inner thigh muscles are so small and weak. Make sure that you are firmly settled on your chair. Extend your legs and gently forward fold. Make sure this is soft. Make sure this is a rest. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Beautiful. One more resting breath. Deep inhale. Full exhale, resting breath. Gently, gently, gently. Come up to neutral. Squiggle your way back on your chair until you feel the chair at the backs of your knees, floor under your feet. Close your eyes. If your eyes are open, flip your palms so they face the ceiling. Make your hands heavy. Make your feet and hands and face soft. What can you make even softer? Just use your breath. We tend to forget or ignore our bodies, and yoga is part of the process of getting to know this thing that carries us around. Part of that is knowing when we are tense in different places. Search through your body with your breath. Find any tension. Blow it out. What can you release? Check in with your heart. Check in with your thoughts. Soften your face. Soften your lips. Soften your eye sockets. Slide your eyebrows apart. Often when I say that, slide your eyebrows apart, people laugh. Just try. Another way to say that is open up your forehead. Smooth it out. Okay, here we come back again. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Move your shoulders, move your knees, ankles. See if there's any popping and cracking left to do. Brighten your breath, brighten your eyes. Smile your face. Corners of your mouth go up a little bit. Don't even have to be happy, just let the corners of your mouth go up a little bit. Thanks, everyone.